Hi everybody. I'm not going to use the microphone because I can talk pretty loud. This is my hook that brought me in. And because Civil Air Patrol was an organization that I was involved with as a little one, they came to my school and they said, the Air Force needs you to go do search and rescue. And I was like, sign me up, take me away from my classroom and I will go do this. I had been trained at the time to do some of the ham radio operations. And so I don't know why, but they were calling everybody on their list and all the rosters and they were running all the trees, and somehow my name all the way at the bottom of the alerting tree got called, and they found it important enough to have a radio person that they came to my classroom and had my principal come in and actually drag me out of the class to have me go sit in front of a radio. So ever since then, I've been totally hooked. Let's talk about the beacons themselves, all this equipment and stuff that's up here. The ELT, Electronic Location Transmitter. This is the one that's on the plane. They're usually sort of like this. You know, box-shaped things. They're mounted in the back of the fuselage. They usually have an arrow that says this way forward. They're activated by impact. So if the plane hits something in that direction, the thing will start transmitting. So they've got little spring mechanisms inside that go by force. The EPIRB, which we do get a lot of here in Hawaii, are the ones that are on the boats. And the EPIRBs are more this style, but usually bigger than this. And EPIRBs will turn on if they get inverted. Some of them are sort of in a special case, and if they pop out of their case, that will activate them. Most things will have a switch of some variety on them so that you can manually activate it as well. And you are allowed to test your equipment to see if the thing is working. You know, you can flip it on, see if the light is on, flip it back off. Right? That's allowed, and the satellites aren't going to freak out and come to your door. It's nice if you do that at the top of the hour. That's kind of when they're expecting you to do you're a mechanic and you're going to turn the thing on for 5 minutes. Do it at the top of the hour. And then the PLB, that's the person with their fancy watch. Some of them are, you know, a little bigger than others. Some people look at this and they go, I'm not carrying that around, it's too big for my pack. But other people will say, you know what, I'm going on the Pacific Crest Trail, or I'm going to do some yo-yoing. Maybe I'll carry it. Maybe it's worthwhile. You know, a plane crash can be quite violent, but these boxes are kind of rugged and they're designed to kind of withstand that to a point, but you still do things like you'll lose the antenna, will snap off. Same thing there. If the antennas snap off, or they're bent, or they're smashed into the mud, you get weird signals. And so they're all designed to have both the GPS and the homing frequencies. The idea is it's a backup, and the idea is you can always DF or find these things based on the homing signal, even though you might have the GPS coordinates, and you'd be like, oh, well, I got the GPS coordinates, I'll just go there. And then you get there and you look around and you're like, there's nothing here. Well, it's time to break out the sticks, which is what we'll do. That's the skill that's involved with the second phase. Set the proper frequency, so I'm setting it to 121.775. Adjust the volume. So you can hear you hear the static, that's just the noise. And as I turn the sensitivity up, you'll start to hear the sweep tone. It's kind of hard to hear, but the sweep tone is in there. There we go. I just intended myself. So that's with the sensitivity, right? So again, if I turn the sensitivity back down, you still hear the hiss, but you lose the signal out of the noise. So the sensitivity back up, and then I can just set the volume where it's comfortable. I don't have to listen to it screaming.